Since March, when the pandemic began, 20% of restaurants in Indiana have closed. And tonight, our Nicole Griffin is digging into new numbers from the National Restaurant Association that show more than 30% of Indiana restaurants do not expect to make it through the next 6 months.
Typically, the month of December is a busy time for local restaurants with holiday parties and catering. But right now, local businesses all across central Indiana are not seeing the same amount of sales they normally would. We talked to the co-founder here at Sun King Brewery about the challenges they are facing daily.
There's been a lot of just general apprehension about going out. So at a point in time when we're usually at our busiest of the year, we're seeing record low business in our tap rooms.
Clay Robinson is the co-founder of Sun King Brewery. He says this month all of their locations are seeing a 50% decline in traffic. With capacity restrictions, he says the tap rooms in Marion County are seeing the largest decrease in sales.
We normally host a number of holiday parties at all of our locations, and traditionally we would have holiday parties booked almost every day of the week for a few hours here and there, and sometimes 2 and 3 on the weekends. And I do know that in the next couple of weeks we have a grand total of 4 small gatherings booked between all of our tap rooms.
On top of that, Robinson says distribution for the brewery is also down.
It's your mom and pop bars and restaurants that make up the majority of our business for draft beer sales around the state of Indiana. Those are the ones that are suffering the most.
Hours are greatly reduced. Tips are greatly reduced because we just don't see those customers.
Patrick Tam with the Indiana Restaurant and Lodging Association says they are in contact with our senators and representatives daily, urging them to provide more relief for the restaurant and hospitality industry.
Most of Indiana's hospitality industry are not experiencing a joyous holiday season this year, not even remotely close. And frankly, we think it's a complete sham if they think that they should be able to come home without passing needed relief for all of America, let alone just the Hoosier hospitality sector as well.
Until then, Robinson at Sun King hopes Hoosiers continue to support local, whether it's one of their tap rooms or your neighborhood restaurant. Working for you, Nicole Griffin, WRTV.
According to CNN, there are several proposals for another stimulus relief package, but none of them are ready to be voted on. Tonight, Congressman Andre Carson is responding. He says in part, quote, Congress needs to do everything in our power to help keep these businesses afloat. The CARES Act was a good start, but we need to do much more in our next relief bill for restaurant owners and employees. Senator Todd Young says it is clear Hoosier restaurants need more support from the federal government. He says, I've been working for months to provide assistance to restaurants and small businesses through my Restart Act, which would provide a lifeline to those who have suffered the greatest revenue losses. We'll put their full statements on the WRTV app.